What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty, and oh Lord, we did it, folks. We did it. Your boy finally hit 80. I'm like 4 days behind, 4 or 5 days behind everybody else. I'm sorry. I know I'm a scrub. I should have had this out like almost a week ago. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Got several characters, got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I wish I was able to put more time towards this. But we are here to look at the deep talents today. And this is mainly going to just be like an overview, looking at all of them. For people that aren't here yet, give them a chance to see what all they are and everything, and kind of get a plan for how they want to do things. Because, it's never too late or too early, I should say, to start building your character for, how you're going to go towards the end. So we'll take a quick look at them. Let's go ahead and look at our stuff. So I'll explain why I went with some of the things that I went with, because it gives you 6 points right off the bat, or at least it gave me 6 points right off the bat. And they're interesting. And also they unlock to level 105, so I no longer have any idea what the level cap in this game is. I guess it... So we're just gonna move past that. So I don't know, with keeping that in mind of not knowing where the true end is, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get most of these talents, or only a few of these talents, or 2 of these talent trees. But from what I can see, I really only want, personally, this little bit out of this tree here, and then I might start going into some of the others. But let's go ahead and take a look at them. So the first one we got on this side, Magic Crystal. Normal attack damage increased in hunter form. So that's 2%, goes up 5%, so you get a 10% damage increase with that one maxed. Not too bad, not too bad. It definitely seems like the left side is going to be all the hunter form stuff, and all of this side is going to be the shadow form stuff. And the middle, in my opinion, kind of plays to both, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So the next one's going to be Crystal Tomb. Crystal Coffin deals damage to nearby enemies and inflicts 50% slow for 5 seconds when the effect expires. That's actually kind of sweet. I'm not going to lie, that's kind of dope. That's super useful in, PvP when you actually end up using Crystal Coffin a decent little bit and everything. So that's pretty memes. That's pretty memes right there. On the other side, we've got Omen of Dawn. Damage dealt by the first Prelude of Dawn within 5 seconds of a Void Storm is increased and inflicts 30% slow for 3 seconds. Active effect is increased damage by 20%. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. And yeah, that'll go up to, that's 5 ranks, so that'll go up to 100% too. In the middle here, we've got Moon and Shadow. Moonlight Blade explosion damage increased and has chance to inflict knockdown. Okay. Damage increased by 10%. Knockdown trigger rate by 20%. And there's 5 ranks of that, so 50% damage at the end and 100% chance for the knockdown trigger, which is really, again, that's going to be really, really strong in PvP in my opinion. That'll level the playing fields between assassins and blade masters a little bit. Definitely excited to see how many of these talents we're able to go for an end build and everything. So again, this isn't the end all be all guide of this. This is just the first look, us checking them out and everything. So, but I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. All right, we got Moonlight Blade additionally reduces enemy physical defense and magic defense on dealing damage. So that's pretty sweet. That also has 5 ranks, so it ends up being a pretty decent defense break. So that's it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit your other people on your team, and it's going to make a bad day for people who don't know how to stand outside of blades. So I like that one. I like that one a lot. Multi-strike Earthquake and Devastation Zone damage increased. So that's when you're in your hunter form and multi-strike goes off. That's what multi-strike Earthquake is. Increased damage by 10%, 3 ranks of it, so that'll go up to 30%. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Hunter's form, normal attacks, has a chance to reduce Dark Hunt cooldown by 2 seconds. That's cool. That's cool. That'll let you get back and forth between your forms. And I think there's a similar one on this side where it makes it faster for you to go back to your other form. So it seems like they have little symbiosis there. So I'd imagine we're able to get, more than just one tree filled out. I don't know if it'll be, half of one tree and then half of another, or if you can completely fill out one tree and then half of another. We'll see down the road and everything. But this is definitely interesting. I will say that feels a little flat for very last talent, but that's. Your shadow form skill cooldowns come up very, very quickly, a lot quicker than your hunter form. So I feel like this is more of a benefit on this side than it'll be on this side, because I want to say that. Oh no, it's just for that one. So that's kind of funny. The hunter tree ends out with them kind of dumping you over to this one because the cooldowns are better. Alright, so we've got for the middle tree, triple impaling, multi-strike level increased. That fully maxed out is 685. I love my multi-strike, y'all. We're over 12k on it now on my mage, and I'm a happy boy. This one is increased damage versus slowed targets. That's okay. I'm not like additional survivability that Survivalist gives you. It is real cool. I don't know if I'd necessarily, I'd probably flip a coin for choosing between these two. But the reason we're going down this tree is for excitement of the hunt. When an enemy is killed, increase move speed by 15% and magic damage increase for 10 seconds stacks up to 3 times. So that's fun. You kill things in kind of group a lot as an assassin, so it's real easy to get the maximum benefit from this right away, and that's I can't wait for this one. That one's gonna be memes, kids. It's gonna be memes. So we've also got Runic Affinity over here. Increased effect with when Recovery Rune and other buff runes are triggered. Just increases the benefits of them up to 30% when that's fully maxed out. That's cool. That's not super amazing. Increased aerial res. Aerial res is increased by 2%. Goes up, what is that, 4 ranks? Yeah, 4 ranks. So that'll be, 8%. It's a cool survivability stat. But yeah, at the end of this tree over here, we've got increased magic attack, and that has 3 ranks. And I'm guessing they're all going to go up by 252, so that's going to end up being a real nice little chunk of change there. So almost 800 magic attack from that at the end. So definitely going that route first, and then I might potentially go over into this tree here. We gonna see. It's going to be a little while before we have to worry about that, so we'll have a much deeper understanding of things by that point. But over here on the right side, we've got Shadow Mastery, increased magic damage, and Shadow Form. That's pretty solid. Solid 5% increased damage across the board. No other qualifiers but being in Shadow Form, so that's nice. It's not super situational. You're gonna get a benefit from that a whole bunch. Melt Weapon, when Soulfisher hits an enemy with Hunt Mark, reduces physical attack for 8 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. That's sweet. You're attack breaking them and everything. That's not going to translate into you doing more damage, but that might give you a 1-up when you're doing 1v1s and everything. So that might be really good for leveling the play field when you're in your Shadow Form. Next one down from that's going to be Impale Weakness. Soulfisher has a chance to inflict bleed. Ooh, that's nice. Dealing damage every 2 seconds for 7 seconds. So I'm guessing that trigger rate goes up to 90%. That's pretty solid. And the cooldown on that's not long, so that's going to be a pretty active dot that you're getting. Especially if you're getting your you're getting a kill and resetting all of your skill cooldowns. That could potentially do a whole bunch of damage, especially if it stacks and you can get multiples of it up. I doubt that's like that, but even if it's not, that's still going to be really, really beneficial. Extends hunt mark duration. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. So that times 5 would be 2.5 seconds. That's pretty solid. Definitely cannot complain about that. That's going to give you more of a chance to get that target down and get all of your cooldowns reset. Dark Hunt inflicts Nether Mark for 5 seconds. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. This is definitely a more aggressive tree than this one over here was by a little bit. Abyss Eye, for each enemy that Shadow Dart hits, crit percentage of the next Obsidian Edge is increased, stacks up to 5 times. Wow. That's pretty good. So if you get this maxed up, that's going to be 5% crit chance for all the things that you manage to hit it with. You can get that bonus up to 5 times. Yeah, that's a pretty pretty solid hit. That right tree is looking a little gross, guys. I'm liking that. Alright, so first of the second last row is going to be Void Burst. When another mark is removed, causes a small explosion that deals magic damage up to 5 targets within 2 meters. So just a little bit more damage. And when using Shadow Strike on a target with Nether Mark, Shadow Strike deals increased damage and has a chance to inflict silence for 2 seconds. That's pretty nice. If you're keeping track of your buffs and everything in PvP, and you're using that as a way to silence and lock people down, maybe a Soul Dancer when they're about to try and start popping some of their defensive stuff, that could be a really great way to keep control in a battle. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. There's also some other stuff to it. We'll come back to this because I just unlocked all of this an hour ago, so I'm still looking at this sideways, trying to get an understanding of it. So we'll circle back around and touch on all this stuff. I'm definitely gonna have to look up how to pronounce that because that's just nope. That's made a whole bunch of nope. But yeah, this has been the Assassin Deep Talent tree. All of them are different, so it's gonna take a little while before we're able to do any more of these. My Blade Master is the next closest thing I have to 80, and then it's my Gunslinger and then Soul Dancer. But I need to work on my Soul Dancer. So yeah, we'll see when we get around to all that. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're new here or you're a familiar face and you haven't hit that sub button yet, just do that for your boy. We're a growing little channel. We need all the love. We're nearing the 3-month mark of doing all this fun YouTube stuff, and we're moving at a pretty healthy clip. Looks like we should be hitting all the requirements for a partner soon. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed already. I love you guys. Thank you always for all the great comments that I get. If you're one of those people that's like busting out your numbers, your notebooks, writing out like 3 paragraphs, I love you. I love you. Even if everything you're saying is information that I already know, the next person watching the video that scrolls down might not know any of that. So I just love seeing stuff like that. Information floating around is always a good thing in my opinion, because it could only ever benefit people. You know what I mean? So really appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I love your faces. It's been your boy Patty, and we out of here. Deuces.